pulled out of my driveway and got to the end of my street, and I looked up and the fire was coming directly down the mountain toward our bridge. And we have one bridge that's in and out.
I've personally, my family and I, yes, we've been affected by wildfire, we've been affected by mudslides, and we've been affected by the flood.
The summer of 2021 was when Merritt was super threatened by wildfires from a bunch of different directions, and we were on evacuation and alert for a long time that summer. And it was just like apocalyptic red skies like all summer. And then that fall, we had the super floods. Fortunately, we live in an area where our house wasn't directly affected, but my husband's an on-call firefighter, so he stayed behind while the whole town was evacuated.
Hi Neighbour is connecting your neighbors. I mean, when there's an emergency, you might have family down the street, but the first people you go to often are your neighbors. So it's getting people together. It's creating a plan, knowing knowing you have someone around you. That's what Hi Neighbour is, meeting people. There's so much like social isolation, especially in a rural community. It's huge. That with all the climate crisis that's been going on, it's something that needs to be looked at.
We've suffered a lot of emergencies from wildfires to flooding to mudslides, and my favorite is just getting out there and helping and letting people know that we're here, United Way is here to help support and bring community together. Having somebody here from United Way that's from the community, that lives in the community, goes a long way. I'm raising my kids here. I'm building my life here. And so I find that the doors open a lot easier because they know who I am.
I've grown up in Merritt. I know these neighborhoods. I know these folks that are trying to rebuild their community morale.
It absolutely gets people out of the woodwork. Folks that normally wouldn't interact, sometimes we try and gear it so that some of the old farmers up the back will actually come out to a community lunch that wouldn't normally come out because some of the volunteers might be their neighbors. So it's all, it's full circle.
I really love the Local Love Fund program because it allows individuals to apply and step up and be that community champion and not have a long drawn out application.
One of the big things about United Way, one of the reasons why people like to support it as their nonprofit of choice is because the money stays relatively local, right? And especially with local love funds. You see, like that money is literally going to a person, like a resident, not a company, not another organization, but like a person who has a great idea of something they want to do in their community to boost that community spirit.
I really feel that it will benefit Kamloops because you're going to see those community champions come out and have new ideas, or maybe an idea that we haven't thought about. So I think the Local Love Fund will be beautiful for Kamloops.
The position will sort of grow and change as the community builder or United Way discovers what Kamloops specifically needs. Like even within Merritt over the last couple of years, it's changed and evolved depending on what the communities are needing. So I think not just Kamloops, but any community could use this just simply for boosting up those grassroots ideas that residents have to better their neighborhoods.
In Kamloops, if you have neighbors that you don't know, they go to work every day, you don't see them. Getting together in community is huge. Getting to know your neighbors. It's good for the heart, the soul, everything.